Oh, artificial wicker, it looks so good outside, mimicking the natural wicker in our gardens. But it is very weather resistant. It can serve us for many years without any changes in appearance whatsoever, and bugs do not like it. So the challenge is on. Can I turn this simple, round plastic wicker into something beautiful, something like French-inspired culinary herb corner in my garden? I always wanted to try to make wicker baskets from artificial wicker because I like how durable it is in the garden. So I tried different sizes, and at the beginning I tried to do baskets from wicker which is very skinny. It is just 2.5 millimeters width. As you can see, it is a little bit not keeping shape, and maybe it is much better for smaller projects in the garden. For example, look at this little cute little thing. Just imagine a little plant, a little succulent growing inside there. So I went into thicker round rods. They approximately 3 millimeters, and I found that would be a good compromise between stability and easy of work. Although I must admit that this project is not very satisfying because I felt like I was fighting with the rods all the time. They have their own life, so watch your hands and watch your eyes. The wicker can snap. For this project you would need two different types of wicker. One type would be the one which will form the stability of the baskets, the structure rods. And they are approximately 4 feet long. Here I'm making 4 feet long rods, and there would be 11 of them. Good enough for a middle-size container. And those 4 feet rods will form the structure of the basket. They will go vertically, and they will finish the top of the basket. I will divide them in 2 different groups. One group of 5 rods and one group of 6 rods. And you can see here at the bottom of the already made basket, those rods will start in the center, in the cross shape formation. You can try to make them as flat as possible, although my basket didn't follow that rule and it turned out just all right. Now I'm preparing the second type of rod, which will be actually the weaving rod. And it is quite long one, probably 10-15 feet long. I'm folding it in the middle, and I make sure that the middle has a nice bend. The beginning of basket begins with the cross formation of structural rods, and I'm going to put my weaving long folded rod right there with the fold around one section of structural rods, twist it, go around the section, and again I'm going to twist it again, and then again hug the next section with the weaving rod. And I have to tell you, this is the most difficult part of the project because wicker, artificial wicker, is somewhat stiff. It doesn't want to bend and keep the shape easily. So don't get discouraged if you start this project and it's not going well at the very beginning. I found this beginning stage the most difficult one. It is going to get easier. So what I'm doing here, I'm just twisting the weaving rod, going around the section of other rods, structural rods, and make my weave. And I'm going to go like this, maybe 3 or 4 times till everything is stable. And right now it's a good idea to adjust all the rods to make sure that the center is actually at the center of the future basket. Now what I'm going to do, I will start breaking the sections into subsections. And eventually what you want to achieve the situation, the design where each structural rod would have a weave around it. I came to the end of my weaving rods, and this is what I have. My weave is not tight. Again, it's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. I'm going to check which side is better, which looks better, to put it at the facing the out of the basket. And as you can see, the weave is always in one direction. Now, how do we do the edges? I make sure I put all those edges inside the body of the basket. Now is a good time to get rid of all the extras, readjust the basket bottom, and start preparing the rods which are going to go for the transitional space where the bottom changes into the side of the pots. For this, you would need 3 rods, approximately 9 feet long. And here I'm using weight. I just put sand into this container. I didn't have anything, but you can have a rock or anything heavy you have in the house, just to keep the construction stable. I am tying all the structural rods on top of this weight for easy weaving, for rods not to be all over the place. And I am anchoring the 3 rods which I prepared, right? The 3 9-foot long rods, and I make sure that they are anchored well into the body of the future basket. You don't want them to get out and get untangled. You're going to apply somewhat formidable pressure on those rods, so make sure that you insert them well. There are special tools to open those weaves, to be able to insert the rods easier, the wicker easier. I don't have it, I'm just doing it as it goes. So the main principle is you always start with the left rod, and I just go around with the rod over 2 right ones and over the structural rod. And again, I repeat the same process. And this is basically what you're going to do with all these 3 wicker rods. You go in this manner all around till you finish the whole length of rods. You always start with the left, over, and out. At the beginning, it was difficult for me to control the tension. Artificial wicker is kind of slippery. It's also kind of frustrating, but with good perseverance, you will achieve nice results. And so this is done. I came to the end of my weaving rods. As you can see, the beginning of the bend is happening. Now we are moving to the 3rd part and final part of the project. Actually, there will be 2 parts, forming the walls and then finishing the walls. And I like to work with something taller, so I found this pretty garbage bin in my house, and I'm tying all the rods on top of it. It's just for easier work. It's easier to weave when you have something in the center. And again, you can use a rock or something heavy or other heavy object in the garden. Since we had 5 and 6 structural rods, right, they form 22 vertical rods altogether. And we want our weaving pattern not to repeat through the circles. So I have to install here extra rod to make sure that my weaving will continue all the way to the top of the basket without repetition. And here the weaving begins. It is a simple one, the most simple one, in and out around those rods. And at the beginning it's kind of difficult, but then once you reach the middle of the basket, it is sheer delight to work and weave your basket. I had difficulties at the beginning to control the width of the basket, but then you kind of learn to understand how the weaving process works, and you actually start to enjoy it. Now the trick how to switch to a new rod. I don't need to secure new rods, I just need to put them in, put a new rod in, and cover it with the new circle of weaving. And at this point I don't worry about all extra edges sticking out or in. I will take care of them later. And what I would do, I would just pull them in and cut them on the inside of the basket. Once you reached the height you desire, this would be the final stage. I took away my garbage bin, and now I'm doing a very simple weave here. I am adjusting all the structural rods and I am bending them behind each other to make sure that my weave is staying tight and is not going to unravel. And people do different designs on top. I really didn't know what I was doing at the beginning, so I figured out as long as I'm doing something to all the rods, they will look like a design. So you can do the same, or you can learn the proper way. But this is not the way my book advised me to do. I'm just doing the same design on all the rods, hoping that they will look like a good design. Probably here I made a mistake. I should have just finished my design right there, but I wanted to go for extra body there. I wanted to make the top a little bit thicker. So what I'm doing an extra loop, and then I'm hiding the ends inside of the basket. And that created a little uneven effect, but that's okay. So I have 4 of these containers, and one is already planted with rosemary. So I'm going to be busy planting, and I usually like to reuse soil in pots. So I add some sort of organic matter, which what I have is a manure or compost, mix it together with the old soil, and usually that soil is a mixture of garden soil and planting mix. Then I will add planktone, the fertilizer, and off we go for our plants. And the first pot to be planted is basil. Oh, I love the scent of basil. I'm going to plant 2 of them in one container. Should I do that, or should I plant them separately? You know what? I will plant them separately. We will deadhead them. Pesto is going to be done very soon in our house. You know what I will do at the bottom here? It has 4 holes, so I'm going to put at the bottom, I'm going to put coffee filter right here. I had it somewhere here. I tell you, I walk around the garden. I will be back. Right, here it is. I took several of them. So what I'm going to do, I like to put this coffee filter. It's approximately the same size at the bottom of the pot. I put it in here. Since this pot is going to be on the patio there, I don't want a lot of spillage of soil. And I'm going to plant my basil. Oh wow, already pot bound? Oh gosh, look at this. Poor basil. All right. Oh, the scent of it. I love basil. Basil, the scent of basil for me is like a scent of summer. Summer wonderful days. Okay. So first pot is ready. Pot number 1. Where will it go? Let me see. It's a little bit low. Probably this one. And you know what? Each pot has slightly quirky features, which is okay. You see where I kind of didn't do it smoothly. Hey, it's all right. Nobody looks at the bottom of pots, right? All right, this one will go for basil. This thing is, all right, whatever. All right, first pot is done. Second pot. Shall we do 2 basils and then tomato? I have 1 tomato here, which is done for the patio tomato. Which one is this? It is this one. Small fruited tomato, sweetheart of the patio. from burpees. I bought it from the store the other day. So this probably will go here. All right, tomato is going next. I think that's the beauty of these wicker, plastic, artificial wicker containers, because I can use whatever I have. And you know what happened to me last year? I got so tired of all my black pots in which all the plants came into the gardens, and I just took them all and threw them all out. So now I don't have any. So this drift container, which came with the drift rose, is going to be well used. All right, no, root bound, very good. A nice big container for this tomato. I like it. In our region, tomatoes don't have a chance to have a long season of giving us tomatoes. So it's almost like a losing fight if we want to raise tomatoes from seeds and grow them in the garden. Right now I do have seeds, tomato seeds sprouting in the garden, but they're going to give me a tomato or two, you know. No wonder they joke that tomatoes are crops, which gives us $2 savings and 1 ton of satisfaction, right? All right, this is planted. Tomato stand is beautiful too. I like it too. Oh, these don't help. They're messy. Next thing what I'm going to grow is going to be sweet mint, simple mint. Such a good scent, right? Nature is full of good scents, and it's going to grow in a smaller container. Sorry, because I don't have it. I don't have a bigger one. Let me see. I wanted to put it on some sort of a pedestal here because it's too low. Let me see what I can invent. Well, not much. Too high. I guess this will do for now. Okay. I don't like it. Look, what is this? It doesn't look good at all. This is supposed to be a nice big pot, and I don't have it. I feel like going to the neighbor and say, hey, listen, you have probably 100 of them in your garage. Can you give me 3? Oh, what can I do? Change of plants. Mint is going to be replanted into this container. Let's get him out of here. I will have to stay on top of watering this guy because the container is going to be small, but mint is such a tenacious survivor. It will do just fine here. And every time I will leave the house or come into the house, I will touch the leaves. Oh, what a nice scent. Right, mint is here. Good. Next. This is no good. I don't like it. Annoying. All right, let's organize our containers. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? This is my original pot with rosemary and this was my first one. It looks like pretty good. I was using different colors. You see, it wasn't intentional, because for the vertical stems, not stems, rattan, I used slightly different colors, so now it kind of looks good. There's a difference in color. I don't have that rattan anymore, so this will be the prominent feature of my stand here. And I was showing you before, right, the wicker which I was using. I'm going to disassemble it, save all the plastic wire, and do some little projects out of it. Look at this. Imagine some little plant inside here. Looks so good. All right, so I don't have a pot for this one, so I just have to be patient. Eventually there will be pot to plant something in, but I have an idea for this basket. Here I had this golden spirea, or lime spirea, I'm not sure the name of it, and it all wintered outside in the container. I was surely thinking that it's going to die, but it didn't. So just for fun, what I have plans for this, it's actually a shrub, but I want to make a fabric container here, hang it here, and since if we don't trim spirea, they tend to be kind of leggy, so I will encourage that leggy habit and let spirea kind of fall, and maybe it will behave that way and overwinter in the fabric container outside there. I will give it plenty of space for roots, but for now, just to have fun with it, I'm going to place it like this. Doesn't it look good? Marvelous. And one more thing. Look, I had this candle holder for a long time. So I took the candle out, I unscrewed it here. So I'm going to put a plant here. This is going to be hosting, what is it going to host? Oh, here we go. It is going to host, did it fall out? A little thyme. Right here. This is a lemon thyme. I think it will look so cute here. Let me plant it out and put it there. Here it is. I want thyme to go through the sides a little bit to have that nice natural effect. Let me help it from outside, and I can move the container a little bit closer. Here we go. As if thyme always behaved like that, right? All right, so 2 more containers. So my culinary herb corner is ready. Not all the spaces are filled, as you can see, but you know what? It will fill up in no time. And I think that wicker containers here are looking lovely. You can't really say that they are artificial plastic. They look charming here. Oh, I love it. It's going to be a pleasure to water it every morning, you know? And all this was inspired by the book which I read, and it is right here. Look at this picture. Okay, my herb container garden doesn't look this way, but it was inspired by the book. Nigel Colburn, The Container Garden. I love this project. It looks so good. And this is not going to fade. It's going to serve me year after year, this artificial wicker. Totally into it now. And I can reuse my skinnier one, 2.5 millimeters, to make smaller projects. And I can play with it, so it's a lot of fun. But this looks good, good, good. I love it. All right, my dear gardeners, happy gardening. And I will see you in our next video.